Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alison Grissom, and I will be accompanying you on your tour of the historic London Tower. The London Tower is one of the most popular tourist attractions in all of England, drawing in over 2.5 million visitors per year, according to Francis Leroy. One of the most popular attractions we're going to see while we're at the tower is going to be the Jewel House. The Jewel House is where the crown jewels are located. The newer Jewel House that we're going to be walking through was opened in 1994 by Queen Elizabeth II. The jewels have now been displayed in lighted glass cases that will allow us clear visibility in order to see the jewels. As we're in the Jewel House, we're going to be moved along on an automatic sidewalk of sorts just to keep us moving along, to keep the tour moving. Next to the Jewel House, we'll find the White Tower. The White Tower was constructed between 1070 and 1080 by William the Conqueror, and this is the original part of the London Tower. The White Tower got its name because it was made out of Kentish limestone and white granite stone. This was pretty unique to castles built during this era because most castles were made predominantly of wood. The massive tower was unlike anyone had ever seen before. It dominated the London skyline and still does so today. St. John's Chapel is located inside the London Tower. It takes up parts of the second and third floor. While we're at St. John's Chapel, we will be able to see the most prestigious collection of armor in all of Europe. Next, we will go to the Green Tower. Here, we will find a plaque that was placed there by Queen Victoria. The plaque reads, and I quote, "Those of the highest rank, condemned for defiling or reaching for the crown, were beheaded." The plaque served as a warning to all. This is also where two of King Henry's wives were beheaded. Both women were thought to have committed adultery. According to Francis Leroy, tradition holds that 8 carefully guarded ravens, if they were to be removed, the tower would crumble. Throughout history, the Tower of London has served many uses. It was used as a source of power during peacetime to let the villagers know how much power the royal family actually held over them. It was a safe haven during wartime to keep the royals safe and comfortable. It was also used as a residence throughout history by kings and queens alike. It was also used as a prison. There it housed some political figures, religious leaders, and of course a couple of King Henry's unfortunate wives. It was also used to house a major branch of the Royal Mint. Now it serves mainly as a tourist attraction, but the crown jewels are still in fact located within these walls. Now let's review some interesting facts of the Tower of London before we begin our tour. First, we have learned that construction began between 1070 and 1080. There's no exact record on date, unfortunately. The first prisoner held within the Tower of London was Ranulph Flambard. It so happened that Ranulph was also the first person to escape from the tower. Henry III began a major expansion back in 1203, leading to what we have here today. King Henry's first wife, Queen Anne, was beheaded in 1536. There was a massive fire in the tower in 1841, but the crown jewels were spared. The last prisoners to be held here were a couple of gangsters named Ronnie and Reggie Craig. They were held as recently as 1952. So it wasn't so long ago that the tower was still actively being used as a prison. I hope that the brief history I provided you on this prestigious Tower of London will prompt you to ask more questions about the unique history of this prestigious location as we tour it. Now let's go until we can begin our tour of the Tower of London. Thank you.